Very Welcome to the very first team meeting in 2022. 2022, you're right? Yay! Anybody still writing 2021 and everything? Yes. Oh, yeah. So let's go and start off the year like we do every other team meeting. So go ahead and stand up with me. We're going to go through our values and belief system. As always, Cara and I will shout out the first word. You guys will fill in the blank with the last part. So, win-win. Integrity.
Do the right thing.
Customers.
Always come first.
Commitment.
In all things.
Communication.
Seek first to understand.
Creativity.
Ideas before results.
Teamwork.
Together everyone achieves more.
Trust.
Starts with honesty.
Equity.
Opportunities for all.
Success.
Results through people.
Good job. Give yourselves a hand. Okay, let's hear from you all. What are your 2022 goals? What are your New Year goals for 2022? Yeah, Eric.
Get my son into college.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good start. Good start.
Does nobody have goals?
Nobody
this year?
has goals. What are we doing? Ooh,
Heck yeah,
there
make
it
the
is.
top
There
20%.
she is. Love it.
Get there.
What are some other good goals this year?
I want to get licensed in Alabama.
Licensed in Alabama.
State,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Amongst other goals.
Amongst other awesome. DJ goals. I got a lot
DJ
of
goals. She's got goals. She's got
Everybody here
goals.
has his hand up.
Yeah.
Buy at least one investment property.
Love it.
Nice.
Okay. Good, good, good. Love it. Love it.
JJ.
50 on that, 50 with the profit sharing this year.
Yes.
Okay. Love it. Love it. Any other goals this year? Awesome. Awesome. If you all did not see, Gary Keller was named the most powerful person in real estate. I'm not sure. That's so ominous. It's like our supreme leader.
Our overlord.
Exactly. It's like, wait, is he Sith? What is going on here? Sorry, that was Star
You
Wars.
got the dark
reference,
side
everybody.
already.
Definitely not. So Gary Keller is named the most powerful person in real estate. Understand the fact that Gary Keller and his vision drives our company. I was with him at a mastermind back in December, and he was basically pointing out what's going to happen the next 5-10 years in real estate. And a lot of that we're going to be bringing back to you guys to help you all understand, hey, things are shifting, and they're still shifting, and we're not there yet as far as stability goes. And he's in the forefront of that thought process. So I am super excited about some of the stuff he's coming out with thought-wise, and he's got it together. And he's the most powerful person in real estate. So there you go. What are some good things in your all's world? I haven't seen y'all in about a month,
Yeah.
right? A month. What are some good things?
Apparently nothing good.
Nothing. Okay, cool.
We're glad you
Don't
showed
worry about
up.
us. Yeah.
Amina.
I just want to start off, I guess, getting shout out to like our partners.
Yeah.
Allison. I was working with a buyer, a family, for maybe almost 3 years. He was never approved, but I thought he was because, you know, in real life he has money.
Yeah.
But, you know, I sent him to Allison, and Allison, you know, she was able to get him pre-approved with some condition. We are under contract for a house that he found, and then I'm putting his house, the one that we're selling, I'm putting that on the market this Wednesday. I'm already getting a lot of offers, you know, like people telling me verbally they want it.
Yeah.
So
Where is it?
I'm excited about that. It's in Lawrenceville. It'll be
Okay.
going live tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm grateful for, you know, our partners, because without her, I would be following him around just because I thought he had money, but.
Other good things. I got it.
So continue with the giving shout out to our partners. Amanda with MMH had closed the deal for my client with Zillow. Yes, it's done and gone. It took us about 3 extensions.
Wow.
But Amanda was fabulous, and I don't know if she's here. I don't know. I don't see her. But thank you so much.
Good job.
Shout out for an amazing ALC retreat.
Yes.
car started overheating on Saturday and it's in the shop, so.
Thank you, Nat. What else is good? Anybody get any awesome Christmas presents you want to talk about? I yelled.
But something good. I think someone in here has a birthday today.
Today?
I think
Are
so.
you serious?
Who would that be?
Oh, interesting. Oh, Trip, man. Happy birthday. Okay, keep looking at him. He likes this. Happy birthday, Trip. Okay. Here we go. Good deal. Other things good things happen in the office. Welcome to the family. We've got a list of agents who have come in the past few weeks. Welcome, everybody. How many of you all, this is your very first team meeting? Awesome. Welcome. It's always usually this crazy, if not crazier, so welcome you guys. Glad you're here. And also, birthdays this week. Of course, the trip matters. Molly, yes,
That's October.
that's not right. Okay, the next one.
Coming soon.
Go to the next one.
Coming
We
soon
hit
to
the wrong
a team
slide.
near you.
Anyway, so yeah, the birthday's in October. Let's remember that. So hats off to our cappers, Nanette. Good job. Katie, Nicole, Jeremy, Autumn, Lindy, Marcus, and Robin. Come on up, Nanette. Come on up. Come on up.
Come on down. Give her a round of applause.
Grab a hat.
So we went to get a pizza last night.
Yeah.
And he put the order in online and then it was canceled. And he was like, "Dadgummit, I'm just gonna call them and I'm gonna drive up there." And I'm like, "Be careful." And he goes, "They're closed." That's not the order. So we didn't get our pizza last night.
Thank you, Ray.
Always top producer here in the office, so happy that you are with us.
For those of you that are newer, what happens is when you cap, it means that you are earning 100% commission. So we're giving a huge shout out for all of you that have just joined. Just know that your opportunity is around the corner. We'll get you to 100% too.
We'll get you the hat.
We'll get you a hat.
You get crowned. Okay, some other good things. So last month, or that's from last month. So for some first listings last month, we had Justin, Vince, Nolan, Katie. Good job, guys, for your first listings. And then even better, first closings. Vince, Leanne, Nolan, Sharifa, Katie, James, and Adam. Good job, guys. Good job. Hey, Adam. Hey, buddy. Are you okay? Good. Like, I mean, like, you could have been more excited.
I'll try next time.
Congratulations. $1 million listings, Angie and Shannon. Good job, Shannon. Woo-hoo. Stacy Booth, Mark, Holly, Lakeisha, and then Angie. Whoa, okay. You listed two of them? What are y'all doing back there? Okay,
Crushing
good.
it.
Good job. So good job, guys. And then moving on to closings. Jade, Matt, Stacy, Marion, and Michael Bunch. So those are the guys. Hey, if you want to get in luxury, maybe write down one of those names and reach out to them. Okay? What I love about this office, what I love about Keller Williams is the fact that we are a very open environment. So take Michael out to lunch, ask him what he did to get into the luxury market. Take Stacy out to lunch, ask her what she did to get into the luxury market. They'd be glad to help you with that. Also luxury, Eric Baker and Nancy Gilfillan are the head of our luxury committee on the ALC, so reach out to them as well if you want to be involved in the luxury activities. So $1 million stuff. How about the rest of everything? The top in units, Cindy Young, good job. Holly Purcell with 4, and then Livy and Sarah group with 20. Good job, guys. And then top in volume, Stacy pulling in with $4 million. Golly. Good job, Stacy. Holly Purcell group, $2 million, and Lindy at 7. So Stacy, like almost like half of what Lindy did.
She's crushing, and she's an individual agent.
Yeah,
Crushing it.
she's great.
Y'all,
So-
I would be taking her, if not for lunch, take her for coffee, take her for something.
Just like,
Hey, can I
just
get
like, yeah.
15
just
minutes
everything.
of your
just
time.
show up on her doorstep, just like stuff. But Stacy's amazing in every way. Top in GCI, Cindy, good job, Cindy. Conzel Luxury Group, good job. And the Lindy and Sarah Group. So good job, guys. And and top and profit share. So, hey, what's profit share?
Profit share. All right, so super exciting, right? You have an opportunity not just to build your active income, right, but your passive income, and that's what profit share is. So when you bring talented people into our market center, into Keller Williams as a whole, right, they name you sponsor, and when they do that and they have production, you actually get a check. Really, you get a direct deposit in your account the following month after they close on the 21st. It's mailbox money, right? That's that money that shows up in your account, and all you had to do is have a conversation with great talent and bring them to us here in the Market Center, right? So I'm going to give a quick shout out because Brett Ross, and I know he's not here today, but he found an incredible talent at another brokerage in the form of Jess Bush. And she has joined our family. So we are so excited to help Jess build her profit share and also help Brett build his.
There you go.
There you go.
So top profit share earners last month, Kent Gibson at 3,200, Lakeisha at 2,000, and Michael Bunch at 1,800. So understand the fact you can also earn more in profit share than you actually pay into the company. And that's called a 100% club. So you pay 18,000 your cap. Kent makes well over $18,000 in profit share. So if you want to get to that level of being 100%, Corey, how are you? Wave your hand.
Hey,
Corey's
hi.
in the back. Go talk to Corey. He's on the growth committee with the ALC. He gladly will bring you in and help talk to you about that. So profit share is amazing. One more number I want to share with you guys. Did y'all see this?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Crazy, right? This is out of every house in America. Okay, this is not just like Atlanta area. This is every house in America that Keller Williams sold, whichever way you want to round, either 20% or a quarter of every houses. I'd use a quarter because it's marketing numbers. So one out of every 4.67 homes were sold by Keller Williams agents. So you guys rocked it out. So congratulations, guys.
Stephen's gonna send this all to us?
Do what?
Stephen?
Of course he
Yeah, we'll get a
will.
graphic
Of course he
notes.
will. He is just feet up on the desk today, so he'll probably do
Perfect.
something. Yeah, he'll do
It's
that.
also posted in Mission Control, so you can find the post from John Mark. It went out in the last few days. So just in case, go ahead, pull that graphic, put it to your social media, and use it as a way to get more business.
And I would also include that number in your all's listening to buyers presentations as well. That's a really great number just to show the strength of Keller Williams and how we can get houses sold. So awesome stuff. We've got the award ceremony coming up in 1st of March, and we'll get that out to you with an overall picture of what happened last year. So stay tuned for that. And for now, hey sponsors, how are you all doing? Let's see, we have
Atlantic
Bay's
Bay.
first. Come on up, Atlantic Bay.
I'm gonna try to talk without this. Can you all hear me? Nice and muffled. So before we get started, I wanted to say happy birthday to all the birthdays this month. I do have a special little gift for Trip. This is not on, so.
I was gonna wait.
Yeah, you know, till how long were you gonna wait?
Oh my God.
You need this in your life. I hope this does not run out. It was the largest one I could see. Came in a little damaged, but. Whatever you need, please dip it.
with you.
Many uses. Many uses.
Nature, why do you have a thing arranged? What'd you say? Why do you have a thing arranged?
Well,
What happened was.
we had a great time at the ALC.
Yes,
time.
and
Hell
Trip
of
made a
ranch.
45-minute rant about ranch dressing.
Yeah.
That you should
After one
dip
too many.
everything in ranch dressing.
Everything.
Everything.
Fair enough.
So thank you.
worries.
This is going on my shelf with all my trophies.
Is it on now?
It was.
No. Very good. Okay. So, spilling the tea. We have a couple of updates that we want to talk to y'all about before we give those to you. We kind of wanted to talk about two main things. You have a handout in front of you, has a bunch of top 10 mortgage lending tips. But really what we want to focus on is the types of property, whether it be investment homes, second home, condos, primary residence, or fee simple townhomes. They all have guidelines. We have some updates that we're going to give you on the guidelines. Do you want me to go into
Yeah.
second home, or
Yeah, I mean, so,
you want to do yours?
no, you go.
Okay, okay. So I don't know, you've probably heard a lot of rumblings about second homes in the last few weeks. Maybe last week was the big announcement. So the investors that have the second home loans would like to have the rates the same as investment properties. So what this means is the rates are going to go up dramatically. And on second homes, traditionally, all you had to put down was 10%. Well, if you put 10% down now, the rate is going to be out of control. So they're probably going to want to put more like 25% and up down to keep the rates a little bit lower. If you have any clients that are in the middle of having a second home, whether it be new construction or whenever the closing date is, if it is not before March, you probably want to go to the lender and talk to them, because that rate is going up dramatically. And it's super important because it can change somebody's criteria and if they qualify, yes.
Second home is in anything besides your primary home, so investment property.
Well,
selling
investment
your
properties
first-
are already higher rates,
Yeah.
but if you're literally buying a second home,
Okay,
those rates are now gonna look like investment property.
okay.
And if you're putting 10% down, it's gonna look even worse.
So right now, up until this change, which they just announced,
Yeah.
you could, it's the same interest rate as a primary. So a lot of people would just do it as a second home,
Yep.
you know, because they only have to put 10% down. It's the
Yeah.
only real difference between a primary and a second, right?
Okay.
Well, now what's happening is, unless you're putting like 40% down, the interest rate on a second home is now, starting in April, gonna be the same as an investment property. So you're talking about going from maybe a 3.375 to a 5% or a 4.875. So there's lots of people, like I know Devorah has one right now that is a new construction second home, and it's really their second home, but it's not gonna
Doesn't close till
deliver.
May.
And so they're now, you have to explain to them, we don't have a choice.
They're putting 10% down, and we've talked about it for the last 8 months. It's 10% all day long, but
And this change just came out last
I
week.
mean, and rates, you know, as everyone knows, rates have gone up, so it's even a bigger issue with the second home going up and the rates going up. It's a little bit of a cluster.
Okay.
So just if you do have clients with second homes, it's a conversation they need to have with the lender, and
Try to get them closed by March.
yeah. And then that leads to the next
Yeah,
big
so
change.
the other thing is, because we know y'all know a lot of these things, right, on one, you know, the first 5, but number 10 is what I'm really gonna talk about. So there are, we have to enforce different rules made by other institutions, okay? So most of the loans in the United States are backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, right? Well, they come out with changes that can cause these adjustments, like what Devorah was just talking about with the second homes. So by a show of hands, if I said the name Champlain Towers, does anyone recognize that or know what that is? Okay, if I say the condominium that collapsed in Surfside near Miami last summer, does anyone recognize that?
Yes.
Okay, so that changed our world again with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. All of those rules are being implemented in January. So all of you guys who do a lot of condos, and we are condo experts, it's something that has been a big part of our business and we're really good at. There are a lot of changes. So you guys need to protect your buyers, because bottom line, even if they're underwritten and approved, and they don't need a financing contingency for them, you still need one for the condos now. It is still to be determined what every lender is going to be doing with this, but what's happened up until now is most people have had, if you put 10% down or more, you have something called a limited review. That means the lender just glances at a really quick form. We don't have to look at the budget. We don't have to make sure there's any bigger deal with the place.
The workaround.
Right, it was a
basically.
workaround to like just make it a quick, easy, and we could get it done really quickly. Well, a lot of lenders are getting rid of that completely and only doing full reviews, which takes a lot longer, number one, to get from the HOA, but number two, for us to review as a lender. Well, deferred maintenance is what caused the collapse in Surfside. So now lenders are very worried about deferred maintenance, and Fannie and Freddie have added all of these extra checks and guidelines that have to happen. Getting meeting minutes, getting an engineer report if there is something that needs to happen in the condo building. And by the way, it basically, because I'm doing one right now, right? There are a lot of condos here that actually have assessments going on right now. Now, if it's a regular assessment for regular maintenance items, right? Like we know they always plan for a roof to be replaced every certain amount of years. We know they plan for common areas to be fixed up, things like that. You don't have to worry, right? But it's the deferred maintenance, like the elevators haven't worked in over a year. That was the condo building I'm working on right now, right, in Atlanta. It's things like that. And if the appraiser notates it in the appraisal report, even if the HOA does a good job of sort of answering the questions but not fully disclosing everything, then it adds another red flag if the appraiser notices it when they're out at the property. They speak to the management company. The management company speaks way more candidly to an appraiser than they do to a lender, right? So you have to be careful. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't mean that condos are going to be impossible to do, but you just have to do a little bit more due diligence and make sure that you plan and have the right to protect your client so that they don't end up losing their earnest money or wasting a lot of money on an inspection and appraisal on a property they can't buy on.
Yeah, I would say one other thing is when you're making these offers, you know how when you get your client approved ahead of time, we can go in with no financing contingency. I would say on the condos, for your lender to have the conversation, where we can talk to the agent and say, in terms of financing for my borrower, we technically could go in with 0 days, but you know, with these new rules that they may or may not know about, we're gonna need to put some days in there because we start day one with the condo approval, but as everybody knows, those HOAs are painful to get information from, so it takes time.
Yep, Rediger.
To what extent does that apply to townhomes that are owned in a condominium?
Same thing.
Same thing.
It's identical. Yeah. So if it's condominium ownership, you're gonna have to go through that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if contractually wise, if you could do some kind of stip that says, buyers financing, right?
I love that you're looking at me.
Is approved and
Attorney.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know if there could be a stip where it's like 0 days for the financing, but then maybe a special step saying we have 10 days to get the condo building approved. I don't know if that's allowed. You'll have to check with, your compliance team to make sure. But you just want to be safe.
Yeah.
So, wrote a contract over this weekend for a townhome.
Be simple.
Haven't heard anything from the lender, but is this like immediate, like it's starting immediately?
Yeah, it started already, and it's townhomes are okay. It's just
long
if
as
they
they're
are
fee
fee
simple.
simple. If they're a condominium town, like condominium ownership, but
Whatever
looks
that
like a
title.
townhome,
Yeah.
that's where it's a problem. So this isn't a change for anything else. It's just for
I think this
a
is
condominium. Anyway, thank you guys, and then we are hosting lunch today with McMichael and Gray, and then we also have birthday cupcakes out for everybody, so please enjoy.
Let's see, Danica, how are you? Come on up. Of course.
Good morning. Hello, I'm Davika. This is Jasmine. I think most of you know us. For those of you that don't, I am the managing attorney, and she is your agent services representative. We're both upstairs on the 4th floor in the KW suite. So just a quick few little things. So I know a lot of you guys know that we have several offices. I think we have over 15 now. We have them starting from Buford, coming all the way to the south side. So we now have offices in Camp Creek, Fayetteville, Conyer, Stockbridge. So basically wherever you need to go, we're there. The other thing is that you just send your contracts to kwfa@mmg.law. Jasmine and I will take care of everything, so you don't have to worry about reaching out to other offices, anything like that. We basically will send everything out to them. If you have any questions, you just call us, you email us. So I think a lot of you guys know us, for new construction, which is awesome, but I also want to focus on just a few different things. So we specialize in a lot of residential and commercial. We have an entire commercial department. They do a lot of, anything starting from your buildings to different condos, things like that. I actually specialize in residential and resales. So anything from your probate issues, foreclosures, any kind of title issues, all that. I've probably handled it, or if not, I know somebody that does. So, just if you have any questions about things like special stipulations, I'm happy to look those over for you. You guys are always welcome to use me as a resource. If you can't find me, Jasmine's always here. So, once again, kwfa@mmg.law.
Amina has a question.
Oh, yes.
I was saying, with new construction sometimes, if their preferred closing attorney is Michael and Gray, can we ask if we can have you close us, or?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, it'll be within the firm, so basically all you have to do is send us the contract, or you have certain teams for the builders,
Okay.
but we'll still be your main point of communication. So
Okay.
they'll work it, they'll process it, but you can email Jasmine or myself or the KWFA email address, and we'll get in touch with whoever you need to.
Good deal. Thank you, ladies. Okay, everybody stand up. Let's do some fist bumps and high Let's come back together. Go and grab your seats. Grab your seats. We've got some exciting things going on at KW First Atlanta. I wanted to show you guys some of the new stuff we have going on. Okay, first of all, let's talk about getting healthy. Yeah? So, this has been a few months in the making. We now have, Keller First Atlanta has a partnership with Lifetime Fitness. So, you guys like Lifetime Fitness? How it works, basically, it's based, the details, I think they're on the Facebook page. Basically, the more you go, the more you get kind of a kickback. So, and it logs how many times you go because you have to log in. To take advantage of this, just go to Lifetime Fitness and tell them you want to be part of the Keller Williams First Atlanta corporate program. Okay, that's it. That's how you get started. So it's not, don't come to us to get started. Go to Lifetime. Make sure you're wearing your gym clothes because you can work out when you're going to Lifetime for the first time. Make sense? Okay, good. Good. So Lifetime Fitness partnership with First Atlanta. So that's awesome. Some other great things coming up. Well, not yet. Noble USA. We'll talk more about this in the continually. But if you have done 10 buyer sides annually, you qualify to purchase 1 share of stock in the Noble USA program. If you have sold 20 sides, 2 shares, 30 sides, 3 shares. It's a stock offering within the Rawls group exclusively. Do you understand? So the Noble USA is an insurance brokerage. And if you want to share a stock, you actually get a dividend 2 times a year based on the return or the income from the insurance program. So there'll be representatives from Noble USA probably coming in the next few weeks. If you do qualify for that, come talk to me. I'll put you in touch with the right people to talk about that. But that is a huge program that we have just exclusively at First Atlanta and with the Ross Group. Got it? Good deal. Let's watch a quick video. So family reunion is right around the corner. I think we have 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, I don't know, a few weeks left. And it's going to get here, but a lot quicker than you know. If you do not have a ticket,
It's a month.
It's a month, good, thank you. If you do not have a ticket for family reunion right now, I'm not sure if they're sold out just yet, but just let me know if you can't get a ticket because there's some online sites that we can possibly find a ticket for you. I would encourage you yet again, if you're wanting to go, you need to have gotten lodging about 3 weeks ago. So yet again, if you can't find lodging in a situation, come talk to me. There's websites we can point you to. You can find lodging for that. There's two big events at Keller Williams once a year. We have family reunion that happens in February. We have mega camp that happens in August. September. Last year I think it was in September. It's usually in August. In person and virtual. Got it? So if you want a virtual ticket, you can do that as well. We're going to set up this room kind of like we did for Mega Camp for family reunion style thing. So if you can't go to Orlando and enjoy the sun and heat,
Party.
Okay, sorry. All the warmth. Then come here. We'll turn on the heaters. Make sure it's super hot. Feels like Orlando. Okay. So you got 2 options to join in on family reunion. If you do in here, we'll like Mega Camp. We'll broadcast the main speakers. But if you want the entire thing, you need to get a virtual ticket. Okay. And the virtual ticket lets you get into all the breakout rooms and all that stuff. Got it? So cool. Family reunion. A few other things. Keller Williams School of Real Estate. If you're not familiar with this, I would encourage you to either talk to Cara or myself. We'll help you understand that. If you have somebody looking to get into real estate, Keller Williams now offers a free real estate school for them to take part of. Okay, so all you got to do is send them our name, or we'll send them a login information where they can put their names in, and then we'll get them to the system. And then finally, the Sports and Entertainment Division of Keller Williams. This just launched about a month ago. I would encourage you, if this is an angle you want to take, and this would be a popular angle in this area because we have both sports and entertainment in Atlanta. It's a monthly membership, but basically it's a referral group. And if you go to KW Connect, look under groups, it'll be right there, and you can sign up there for that group. So, yes, ma'am.
Do we have anybody in the office that's part of this yet?
Great question.
We have Mahogany Rhodes, and she's in the LA.
Yeah, she's in
NDA.
LA. There was one other person, I cannot remember who it is.
It's okay.
So, yeah.
But you have to apply to it. It's not an automatic thing.
You do have to apply.
You
yes.
have to apply.
There's an application link on Sports Entertainment. So go there, take a look at that. Cool. Shifting gears. For the next few weeks, we will be talking about building your wealth. Building your wealth. Okay? So what I love about Keller Williams is the fact that we will teach you how to sell houses. We will show you the proper way to be a professional realtor, right? And we will also teach you how to have a great life. And this is the other side of the coin, showing you how to have a great life. It is a travesty that realtors will work 20, 30 years, and at the end of their career, they look back and there's nothing there to show for it. Does anybody know any realtors that have been in that situation? So our goal, our push at Keller Williams is to make sure that you use the money that you earn to build your wealth from that, okay? And we're going to show you different pathways in the next few weeks on how to do that and talk around what money actually is. So grab a partner up, somebody beside you, and I want you to answer one question. What is money? Answer the question. What is money? Okay. Back together. So what are some answers? What is money? Eric Baker. It's a tool. Love it. Sure.
I like to heard that from 3 different people.
Okay, interesting. Okay. It's a tool.
Money
is the tool. Okay, got it. Just checking. Good deal. Katie.
I Googled it, and it's a means of an exchange.
Ooh. Means of an exchange. That Google.
Because I did not know the answer, so I Googled.
Love the Google. Yeah.
Oh, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle.
It's a vehicle to access whatever and wherever you want.
Love it. Love it. Okay. These are great answers. These are a lot deeper than I thought. Yeah.
It's a reflection of your heart.
Ooh, a reflection of your heart.
That's the deepest one.
Yes.
She's my friend.
Love it. Anything else? Money's freedom. Okay. Yeah. Money. All these are great answers. Okay. All these are great answers. The way I view money is basically it's just an exchange. Okay. It's an exchange of energy is how I view it. Basically, I will expend energy working to help grow your all's business. Do research, go to classes, build my mindset so that I can come back and provide for you all to help you grow your stuff. Okay? Energy that I expend, right? And then Gene Rawls and a Hall of Greatness will then give me money for the extended the money, or sorry, the energy that I expended to you. Okay? You guys will extend or use energy to go help list a house. Okay? And then the seller will then give you money for the energy that you then used. Does that make sense? So energy or money is basically just a form of energy, basically usually coming into your world and flowing out of your world if you let it. A lot of people have a negative mindset around money, and I would encourage you as we talk the next few weeks that you open up your mind to understand the fact that when you bring up money, it should not be this kind of an issue, okay? It needs to be this kind of an issue. Let's talk. Let's talk about money. In the same way that we talk about electricity or water or air, you should have those conversations about money because it's the same thing, okay? So let's also address the mindset issue too. Your current financial situation is a reflection of your financial standards.
Some people weren't ready for that.
Sorry. Warning.
Can you repeat that?
Your current financial situation is a reflection of your financial standards. Got it? Our standards are what we accept, period. It's not your goals, it's your standards. It's what you've decided to live with. But you've made that decision as to what your standard is. Does that make sense? Now, you may have not consciously made that decision. A lot of times, the level of financial wealth that we work around has been given to us. that it's been planted at a seed as an early age. For instance, if we heard our mom and dad talking about money and they said, oh yeah, we make $60,000 a year, well now you have that number implanted in your head. And you'll drive your company to making that money, and then you'll stop. And it's a weird thing. I've coached a lot of people through that hump, but you'll put a financial stop in your mind as to how much you think you can make. Got it? Here's the secret. There's no limit. There's no limit, right? The only limit that you have on the money that you can make is basically your ability to see yourself past where you currently are and adjust the standards for what you accept in your life to going to that next level. Make sense? Cool. So let's break it down. Let's talk about the game of business. How many of y'all seen this? If you have not, there's a great book out there called Rich Dad Poor Dad. Please go read it today. Do nothing else, just go read that book. Read Rich Dad Poor Dad. After that book is called Cash Flow Quadrant. I would encourage you to read that as well. Both of those together will change your mindset on how you view money and how money will operate. So let's talk about this. This is the game of business. This is the game board, okay? So when you think of business, this is what I want you guys to think about. E is for what? Good job. S is for what? B is for? And I is for what? Investor. So here's the game. We all start here, usually, right? Unless you're a trust fund baby and they're like, whatever here. So Eric started here. Eric Jacobs.
Not me.
So we usually start here. This is the highest tax of all the quadrants, okay? They pay the most taxes. They pay the most fees. Employees, at the end of the day, they're okay sometimes being employees, right? What has happened with almost everybody in this room is this, that you were an employee place at one point, and that employee avenue was not lining up with your blueprint as to what you wanted to be in your life or your financial goals, and you made a drastic change. And you made a crazy drastic change to go get your real estate license. Make sense? So we usually make that drastic change, and then we become self-employed. You guys, if you're working by yourself and do not have a team around you, you are self-employed. Does that make sense? You are self-employed. If this, I feel like, is maybe the most dangerous place to be out of the entire quadrant. Because if you get hurt and you cannot do anything, how much money will come in? Zero. Got it? This is the most dangerous quadrant to be in as far as your financial well-being. The goal then is to make a bridge from self-employed to becoming a business owner. So a business owner in real estate terms is, I have an assistant, maybe I have a buyer's agent, maybe I have a team around me who helps me do my business, or maybe you've partnered with another agent and you guys continue your business flowing even if something was to happen. Does it make sense? So at that point you're growing a business, and then finally maybe you sell your business and you become an investor, or you sell your business and you just money coming in from the businesses that maybe you've created from your real estate business, okay? This is the game of business. This right here, this is the board game. So on this side is earned income, and on this side is passive. On this quadrant, you have to work your ass off to get a paycheck, to get money money in your pocket. On this side, money should be coming into your pockets. You're not having to work for it. Does that make sense? So the game is to get from this side to this side. Got it? Wealth is created on this side. You see that? You cannot create wealth on this side. You have to have some other vehicles on this side to create that wealth. Does that make sense to everybody? So right now, a lot of us in the room are in that self-employed quadrant. We're working our asses off. We're doing work with buyers. We're working with sellers. At the end of the day, we might have some money in some savings accounts, but that's about it. Got it? We're not building those wealth avenues. So let's talk around what money is. Can I have some help passing these out? Here you go. Thank you. So let's talk about the path of money and how money actually works. Oh, quick quote. Very simply, the path to the right side of the quadrant starts with thinking in terms of acquiring assets that produce passive income rather than living in the pattern of a paycheck to paycheck. Start small, have patience, and watch as your wealth grows over time. Having patience in this is part of the game too. So what we're passing out right now is this graphic up on the board. What I want you all to see is how money actually flows into your world, or how you can adjust your world to actually have more money flow into it. Okay? So there are two ways for money to come into your world. Either you have human capital, which is you guys working, or you have capital assets, which money's coming into your world because you have investments and that kind of stuff. Those are the only two ways that money's coming into your world. Got it? There are no other ways. After that, you have cash flow coming in, and then there's only four things that you're going to do with your money. You're either going to spend it, you're going to donate it, you're going to save it, or you're going to invest it. There's only four things that you're going to do with money once it goes into your account. Okay? How many of you all have plans in place for those four quadrants? Have thought through, okay, how much in 2022 am I going to invest? How much in 2022 am I going to save? How much in 2022 am I going to donate? Okay? That's the first place I would put a star by and start to think, if you have not created those goals for this year, then create the goals for that quadrant. So under invest, investing is the only way then to create the wealth that we were talking about. Remember your eyes over here? Investing is the only way to create that wealth. So from investing, there's two ways of wealth creation, if you will. Either can lend the money, or you can own the money. Lending the money looks like money markets, CDs, bonds, T-bills. Does anybody know the interest rates on those? They're crappy. So I would not put any money into those right now. Just because also, just a heads up, if you're not watching inflation rates, if you do have a large sum of money sitting in a savings account, you will have an inflation tax of 6 to 8% this year on that money. Do you understand that? So let me say that again. If you have a large sum of money sitting in a savings account, and that savings account is maybe making 1%, you're going to have an inflation tax. It's not a tax really, but inflation is going to cut out about 7 to 8% of that money this year, just because inflation is it's going a little crazy. So, sidebar, inflation's fine. Okay, we're not out of control. The sky is not falling. The reason inflation is going what it is going is because one of the largest pillars of inflation, and what the Federal Reserve watches all the time, is the real estate industry. Did y'all know that? Yes. The real estate industry and housing prices and the way they've increased is actually one of the largest telltale signs that as inflation, what's going to happen with inflation. So don't get worried. Interest rates, as they come up, it'll settle down the market. Inflation's not a big deal. So don't go crazy watching your talk shows and everything like that in the world. Get your head out of that game. So passive income, owning stocks, REITs, mutual funds, and then other funds. So that's the passive side. Active side, you could owner finance, you could do private lending, business, and then you can own a business and own real estate. Got it? Both of those two. So passive is you sit there, returns just come to you. Okay? The active side, you might have to be doing some things involved in that, but either way, the money's flowing back into your all's account. Okay? Those are your investment opportunities. You see there that on the active side says own is what? You see business and real estate. If you have a real estate business and you made that jump, that now is an additional asset that can produce money for you and get back into your own account. Okay? So understand that's how money flows. And this, I was taught this several years ago at a class called Quantum Leap, which we'll bring to the office probably in the fall. But it goes over, the first time I was exposed to this, it kind of opened my eyes to see. I was like, oh, this is so simple in how actually money flows, because we complicate money so much. We do. Dave Ramsey tells us to do this. This book tells us to do this. This guy tells us to do this. Like, we have all these complications. Like, this is the simple format of how money flows in and flows out of your world. So what I want you to do, pair up again, and I want you to answer the simple question, what goal do I have this year for building wealth? And you can point out one of these passive or active income goals, or if you're just honest with yourself and maybe you don't have a goal, start talking about forming a good goal. So what goals do you have for building passive income, or building wealth in your life this year? One, two, three. Who wants to share a wealth goal they have for 2022? Who wants to share a wealth goal they have for 2022? Yeah.
I would like to purchase an investment property in the fourth quarter and put 50% down.
Love it. Okay. Love it. Investment property, put 50% down, fourth quarter.
I have a duplex, whatever the roof can be replaced for closing, so a week or two. And that will be my first duplex in Atlanta, and I want to have a second one by the end of the year. So
Love
4
it.
units.
Great. Some other goals.
Come on, people. Build my money.
Okay.
We filmed.
I would encourage you to set a wealth goal for yourself. We work very hard to set our income goal. We work very hard for that left side of the quadrant to set those goals. And very rarely do we stop and think about the right side of the quadrant actually getting out of that rat race. Okay? So what we're going to talk about for the next few weeks is helping you all understand and giving you all pathways to understand how to actually get out of, you don't have to sell houses every single day to have your income come in. Got it? For me personally right now, one of my biggest drives in my world is to get my passive income from all my stuff. I've got a couple companies and rental properties and several other things. That passive income to meet my financial needs for what I spend on my family every month. Okay, at that point, you can retire, right? Now you have passive income coming in such that all of your expenses are covered. You then get to choose to work. That's the real freedom, okay? So we talk about how money can get us freedom, can get us there. Set your goals for that passive income, for that wealth building, and that can transform not only you, but also if you have a family, your family's wealth going forward, okay? So super excited about this conversation. We have Aaron Kaufman coming in to join us next week, so super excited about that. And tomorrow, Money Man himself, Bob Kalinsky, is doing a CE class or SES class from 10 to 12 via Zoom. How to make money, keep money, save money, protect money, and investment. Let's hear what Bob's got to say.
Oh, hey, got me. You know what I'm doing? I'm a realtor counting the money to make sure I have enough money to pay my bills. I got lots of volume, I got a lot of people I'm working with, but I wanna make sure I have money to pay my bills. There's a class happening on January 19th being taught by me, Bob Kalinsky, and I'm gonna be teaching you how to build wealth. Well, not really, but I'm gonna teach you how to do the platform to build wealth on. See, the sexy people wanna tell you about captive insurance, they wanna tell you about trust funds, investing in real estate, and how you do all these things that are sort of magical at the investing financial level. What I'm gonna teach you is the basics. How to make money, keep money, save money, protect money, and then invest money. You ought to join me, because there are a lot of basic things, a lot of realtors. Oh yeah, there was just somebody signing up right now, so that's really good. And I can't wait to do it. For the SES programs, I'm honored to be able to do a passion that I have for realtors, and that's how to teach them how to build a wealth platform. Join me for the basics on January 19th. Details to follow. Thanks so much. See ya. By the way, I gotta make sure I have enough money.
So Bob's fine. Bob owns the Southeast region of Keller Williams. He's doing okay. But he also has a phenomenal tricks and tips on how to use your money properly. So I would love for y'all to join him tomorrow during that Zoom class from 10 to 12. Carve out your schedule. When Bob teaches a class, you want to go to it. Okay, so tomorrow it's free. So yeah.
One thing with SES, if you're not able to make the class tomorrow, go ahead and register for it, and then that way, after the fact, if you miss it, Jenny Mosier will send you the link so that way you can watch it. So at least register so that way you can get the content at a later time.
Thank you. So, is that good? Good stuff? Good job. Okay, some other stuff coming up. Who's this guy? Thank you. The name escaped me. Jay Pepazon will be starting a class January the 20th about lead generation with the chronic. We're going to talk more about lead generation in just a bit. So, stuff coming up in First Atlanta. Always our kwfa.info. If you have not been there, please visit that website. It is the dashboard for about everything going on at KWFA. And Reverse Bold 100. Hey, Katie, what's up?
Oh my goodness.
Let's hear about it.
Who can share with us what a regular Bold 100 is?
Talk to 100 people in a day.
In one day, yes. Two-way conversations about real estate in one day. Does that sound fun to anyone?
Yes.
Does it? Good for you. Me too. So Johan and I are the only two, and I thought maybe it was just me. Good for you. How would it sound if we put out a great prize package that you can show off to your database, your sphere, Facebook, whatever, and then they have to call you on one day? Maybe not 100. Cool, whatever. And what if it could be dozens just calling into you super easily, and you get to ask them a question about real estate in exchange for a $1,000 prize package? Does that interest anyone? Yes. So on February 9th, in the main training room from 10 to 4, we're going to have sponsors bringing in prizes. They're going to have some food and drinks for y'all. And we are going to set up a social media advertisement that y'all can broadcast in your monthly newsletter, on your social media pages, however you want. And then your sphere is going to call you specifically, and we're gonna get all the names together. I'm hopeful that it's not just hundreds, yet thousands of people who call in to the whole office. And we're going to pick a winner. They're going to get a 400, well, it was Chops. And I don't know if y'all saw what happened. It will be a $400 dinner to somewhere nice. Maybe not Chops, maybe Howell's or something, I don't know. It will be, I think it's about $350 to a couples massage day at the St. Regis Spa. There's a bottle of Vouv, there's some champagne glasses, chocolate covered strawberries. It's a $1,000 deal, and they get it for free. All they gotta do is give you their contact information. If they want a second drawing, they can tell you about a friend, and then you put it into our raffle, we'll draw it. The agent, don't know how we're gonna do it. Either the agent that gets the most people to call, because good for you for marketing, or whoever's person gets chosen, they will get a prize as well, and we will make it worth your while.
Guys, it's a free way to stay top of mind with your people. It's huge. I've done these before and they work.
Yeah.
One office in Ohio received, I don't know how long they did it, we're gonna do it for 6 hours. They received over 1,000 calls total for their office, and I believe they were raffling off like season tickets to whatever team they have there. Bears. Not as good as our teams. Some things.
Rehearsal will happen on this day.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And
They're
you'll
gonna
tell
call
us what
in
we
that
come
day.
with and everything.
You just come. So we'll give you social media graphics for you to put on your Facebook page or anything you need. We're providing the gift. All you need to do is market to your database.
And we're gonna,
And they call back
they're
that
gonna
day.
call you.
Yes, it makes 3 phones charged.
Yep, here, bring your charger.
So we're basically hosting a Bowl 100 for the entire office, and the office is providing the prize. If you want to take advantage of that, we will give you the social media, and you can take advantage of that. But they're calling you; they're not calling the office. Okay? A car does not want to answer the phone all day. Nor do I. Katie might. I don't know.
People are calling in.
So that's just a different approach. We're going to try it, see how it works out. So it's in a few weeks. We'll get some stuff out to you about that soon. Okay? Everybody like that? Yeah. Other stuff coming up Wednesday. Just talked about that, Bob Clinton class, and then Thursday the guard contract changes 3 hours CE for that. Next Tuesday, after team meeting, Aaron Kaufman is coming in to talk about how to grow your profit share and also how to grow the investment side of your business. Okay, so he'll be joining us next week. I would encourage you to set aside 2 hours of your time next week because he's a phenomenal speaker and looking forward to hearing from him. He'll be here next week, and then that's it. So, what are some ahas from today? What are some ahas from today?
Make that money.
Make that money, okay. Kara!
My big aha, you can either work for money or your money can work for you. What would you rather do?
Love it, love it. I yell it.
I think we have a fabulous leadership team here, bringing us all this amazing value to make our business better and our life better, and thank you all. Thank you.
Yeah.
The Ross Group stock.
Yes, the Ross Group stock offering. So Noble USA, like I said, we'll talk more about that. And the representative will be coming down probably in the next few weeks. If you want to be part of that meeting, just let me know. Cool. Thank you guys for being here. Went a little bit over. My apologies. There's lunch out in the hallway. I would encourage no one to eat in this room because we're going to be setting up for ALC. So go disperse. My office has 3 chairs. Go sit in there. Thank you guys. Thank you.